Hey everyone, this is Brittany with Redeemable Junk, and I'm here today to show you guys how to make this 6x6 padded paper project. It's 4 pieces of paper pretty much, and it's just like a pad of paper. So when we open it up, we have a pocket up here, and this is totally customizable. You can make it however you want. We have a pocket over here. We have a pad of paper up here and over here. A pocket down here. You could put a pocket up here or put whatever you want, and then we have a larger pad of paper over here. So I'm going to show you guys how to make this, so let's get started. What we're going to need to make this is a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock and 3 pieces of coffee stained paper, or just regular paper. It don't have to be coffee stained, whatever type of paper you want. So when we're going to start is we're going to start by cutting these into 6x6 sheets. You can decide how to cut them however you want. I just fold it in half and then cut along my crease line, and fold it in half this way and cut along my crease line. I'm going to go cut these and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So now what I have is 4 6x6 pieces of paper, okay? And I want to start off by saying I got this idea from Treasure Books, Natasha at Treasure Books. So if you want to see her video, you can head on over there. I do mine a little bit differently. So right now, usually your papers are all going to be the same. Mine are different. So you're going to have to decide and put them in order, but I'm just going to show you guys how I do it, okay? I don't keep my papers in order. I know she does over there, but I don't. So now we got our 4 pieces of 6x6 paper, okay? So now we have 3 coffee dyed pieces of paper. We're going to cut these at 4 3/4. So we're going to measure 4 3/4 up, and we're going to cut them across. We're going to measure 4 3/4 again and cut them across. And we're going to keep all of the scraps because we're going to use all of them. So I'm going to go cut these and I'll be right back. So now what you should be left with is 3 pieces of paper that are 4 3/4, 3 pieces of paper that are 4 3/4, and these. So you can set these aside right now. Now we're going to put these together, and we're going to take one of our pages. And this is where our large stack of papers are going to go. We're going to bundle our papers up, and we're going to lay them on the piece of paper, and you're going to want to cut them. Ooh, I'm dropping stuff, I'm sorry. Right before where the paper ends. And that is usually 5 3/4, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and measure 5 3/4. And I'm going to go cut that off, and I'll be right back. So now we have these, and we have these. We're going to use these, so keep them, but set them aside for later. Now we're going to sew this pad of paper onto one of the pages. Okay? If you don't have a sewing machine, you can glue them, and how I would do that is I would just put a line of glue right here, glue this paper down, put a line of glue there, line of glue there, and keep going, and then glue it to the entire sheet of paper. But I'm not going to do that, so I'm going to go sew this right now. I'm just going to do a zigzag stitch straight down, okay? I'm going to use this to help me hold it into place. I'm going to go sew it, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have that sewn on. Okay, now we're going to get a new page. Decide what page I want to use. I'll use this one. So now you're going to take your piece of paper, and what we're going to do is we're going to just take it the way it's facing me the right way, and then we're going to flip it up, okay? Now we're going to get our 6 pieces of paper, and we're going to divide them up into 3 into 3. Maybe, if I can do it. They were sticking together. put that one in the back. It has a pencil mark on it. There we go. And what we're going to do now is we're going to sew these on across the top. So I'm going to go sew these across the top, just across here, and I'll be right back. So now you should have a page that looks like this. That has 3 pieces of paper on each side. Now we're going to set this page aside with the other one, and we're going to get a new page. On this page, we're going to make a pocket, so you need a scrap piece of paper. Any type of scrap will work. I just pulled out a few. Let me grab some real quick. I just got a few different scraps right here, and I'm going to see whichever one looks best. I really like that one, but I don't think it's going to go all the way across. Actually, I know it's not. I kind of don't want to cover all of the nest up. I get to decide which one looks better. I kind of like the darker look better. Okay, so now we're just going to make a pocket right there. So you just need a scrap piece of paper, however size you want to go on there. I'm going to put a notch in the top of mine so you can tell that it's a pocket. With my circle punch, I just use my circle punch and cut a little notch out. Now this you can sew on or you can glue on. I'm going to glue mine on just for the purpose of the video. Well, maybe I'll glue it on. If I had my glue topper in it, it wouldn't be clogged. Okay. There we go. Still wasn't one to come out, and it just gushed out on me. That's alright though, we'll make it work. Okay. Really hate to cover that pretty nest up, but it is what it is. Okay. So now that we have that glued on, we're going to set this page aside. And we're going to grab all of our pages now. I wanted this to be my front, so I kept that for my front. And you're going to have to put them in order however you want them in order, okay? So I think I want mine in order like this. So, no, it goes like this, my bad. So when I flip that up, then I'll have that, and that, and that, okay? You're going to take the front sheet of your paper that you're using for the front, and we're going to make a score line down it. And I will show you why here in just a minute. We only need about a 1/2 inch score line down the top. That is to help the pages fold better whenever we're folding the page, or folding the booklet, okay? Now we're going to bind these all together. You could do that one of 3 ways. You could put holes in them and bind them with thread, or you could use eyelets. I'm going to, for the purpose of this video, I believe I'm going to just go ahead and do some eyelets. So I'm going to get my crocodile. And I am going to measure my center hole. Should be right here at 3 inches. And then I'm going to measure a 1/2 inch over and a 1/2 inch over on this side as well. And that's where my holes are going to go. I am going to get some clips to hold my booklet together while I punch these, just so they stay in place. Because last time my booklet moved on me a little bit, so Now I'm going to punch my holes. Be patient with me. My crocodile is broken. It still works, but it is broken, so it doesn't want to stand up on its own, and it just gives me a headache. So now we're going to get our eyelets if you're deciding to do it like this. If not, you would just get some seam binding, or not some seam binding, some ribbon or some thread or whatever, and you would just put your thread in there and there and just wrap it around and tie it in the middle, okay? Just like you would a normal book. I'm going to get off frame just for a minute so I'm not doing this on that glass. So my first eyelet is set. And I'm going to do the other two real quick. Okay, now our booklet is bound. So the first page is scored. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to take the page right after that and score it up across that line that's already scored. And we're going to keep doing that. Now the reason we didn't just score these was because each piece, when it goes up, this piece underneath it has to go down just a little bit more, or else they just want it all shut together properly, okay? So that's why we did it this way. So now we can add pockets to this if you want, or you can customize it however you would like. We could add some pockets down here or some pockets up here. And what I'm thinking is I'm going to leave this blank. And I might add a quarter pocket over here. I'm not really 100% sure yet. I kind of like that page, that piece of paper. We could also do a side pocket. You could do any type of pocket you want. And the last one you noticed, I did one big pocket on the whole entire page. I think I kind of like that. Okay, on mine, I've just decided to put a side pocket like this. So I'm going to glue that on now and just be a side pocket. And I'm going to leave my top plain. Now we've got to decide if we want to do something with the front or not. And I really love the front of this. I think it looks elegant the way that it is. And I like it. I do think I am going to put some thread through the top of it to give it a little bit of look. A little bit of extra look to it. Because right now it is a little bit bland. So I haven't really decided. I might actually use some seam binding. I haven't really decided yet. Okay, so what I've done is I've just bound this like I would a normal journal. I did those the wrong way. Oopsie daisy. Let me see. Should go up. And I just made a bow at the top like that. And I'm just going to leave mine simple. I like the look of it simple, so I'm just going to leave it simple like this. So this is what we have. We open it up. We have a side pocket here. We open it up here. And we have two notepads. We have a pocket down here as well. We flip it up. And then we have a large notepad. Super neat, and it's fun to tuck into a journal or just to give as a gift like it is. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.